Hello, I'm Bill Hader, your host for this month's TCM Friday Night Spooklight Festival devoted to all things horrific. We want to make sure we put you in the right mood for October 31st. So for our last two selections, we have movies with some very scary sisters. And our next film is perhaps the one that tops them all. It's Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, one of the legendary thrillers starring two of the biggest screen icons of the golden age of cinema, Bette Davis and Joan Crawford. The film was released by Warner Brothers in 1962, and this was the only time Davis and Crawford ever worked together. Apparently, they disliked one another from afar for years, and this film did not in any way create any affection between them. In the film, they play two sisters, one a critically acclaimed actress who becomes paralyzed after a car crash, and the other a former child star unable to let go of her stage persona. Crawford plays Blanche, the former screen siren, and Davis is Jane, formerly known as Baby Jane, and now Blanche's full-time caregiver slash nurse from hell. I mean, the things that Davis does to Crawford in this film are wild. Apparently, life on the set was just as horrifying as what was captured on screen. Crawford felt physically abused by Davis in some scenes, so much so that at one point she told director Robert Aldrich they would have to use a dummy because Crawford knew Davis would not restrain herself from actually kicking the living daylights out of her. And once you see that scene, you'll agree with Crawford. From 1962, the very terrifying Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. 2 years later, director Robert Aldrich and Bette Davis for another Gothic-style horror film, Hush Hush, Sweet Charlotte. Joan Crawford did not return for that film, something which did not break Bette Davis's heart. Instead, it was Davis's good friend, Olivia de Havilland, who co-starred. Hi, I'm Bill Hader. This last one will surely give you nightmares, and there's a good reason we've saved it for last. From director Brian De Palma in 1973, it's his very eerie Sisters. As the director himself has said, I think if you're going to shock an audience, you must expose them to some violence. You can't pull the punches. So warning here, this film does get bloody. But if you're familiar with the director's work, Carrie, Dressed to Kill, The Untouchables, Scarface, then I'm sure you're already prepared. The sisters in question are a pair of Siamese twins, successfully separated, but who possess a fatal link to one another. Margot Kidder plays the twins 5 years before she took the role of Lois Lane in Superman. Sisters was De Palma's first big-time horror flick, and as a disciple of Alfred Hitchcock, this is his first tribute to the director, marrying some of Hitch's best plots and themes. There's a little Psycho, some Rear Window, and also Vertigo. But De Palma also mixes in some new twisted elements as well, heightening the horror of the movie. From 1973, with a score from Bernard Herrmann, here's Brian De Palma's Sisters. A key ingredient to any good thriller is the score, and De Palma knew he wanted to get the best composer for Sisters, Alfred Hitchcock regular Bernard Herrmann. When he showed Herrmann the film, the composer was unimpressed, complaining that nothing happened in the movie for 40 minutes. De Palma rebutted, "That's the idea. There's a slow beginning, like Psycho." Herrmann, not holding back, shouted at the young director, "You're not Hitchcock. For Hitchcock, they will wait." Regardless, Herrmann got to work on this movie's score and even re-teamed with De Palma for his 1976 film, Obsession. Perhaps you're slightly changed, for the better, of course. I'm Bill Hader. Have a very happy Halloween.